Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again. Day 4 of Pokemon Leaf Green. I do hope everybody on demand and live is having a fantastic day. We're gonna get right into it. So my Pokemon are the same level. I did not do any sort of grinding. The only thing that I did is I bought some more items. I got some Hyper Potions. Yeah, I got some Hyper Potions and some Full Heals. As well as some Max Repel, which I want to use later on. Because we don't need to catch Pokemon or really worry about encounters. So yeah, we're going right in. I have a lot to do. So our very first task is to take on the Psychic type gym. So Sabrina's Pokemon use Psychic power instead of Force. Fighting Pokemon are especially weak against Psychic. They'll get destroyed before they can even aim a punch. Alright, so yeah, I'd like to fight as many trainers in there as possible. Beat everybody. So we're getting started. Let's go. Let's make a lot of progress, because again, my earlier estimation might be right. If I keep this same level of progress, I can probably finish at least by Friday. I can put a nice extra little bit of time on Friday into getting through the victory road and beating all the trainers that are there. There's gonna be a lot of training that I need to do. Very excited for that. So here we go, we're gonna beat the gym. I could have just used Shockwave, but I want to save my power points. We just got here, right? We just started the gym. Alright, that's gonna be another one. I'll just fight it again. Because I need the experience points badly. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy to think on Monday I was starting the adventure and we're already at Sabrina. So, I mean, I've grown pretty attached to my team. These guys are some strong Pokemon. In Let's Go Pikachu, me and Queen Frost are playing the Let's Go games together. So she has Let's Go Eevee, I'm playing Let's Go Pikachu. I'll actually switch to Yami. So in Let's Go Pikachu, I actually caught an amazing shiny, or I believe like great stat actually, not in terms of the judge. It's amazing in terms of how it looks. Cool looking, shiny Caterpie that I evolved all the way to Butterfree. Nice finish. So yeah, like I said, maybe in the future I would use a different Nintendo Switch account and I would play those newer games, because I got an Elgato, I can easily do it. One for Yami's, I get a lot. I would easily just hook that up and do it like any other game. It's just a shame that my Elgato was not working for a while, but it's back in action. Could have technically played this game on Wii emulation, which might have been cooler, but I couldn't have used, you can't use PokeLink on that sort of stuff, right? Wow, that was no damage to Kadabra. Go. The chip and the chip. So hopefully, for Pokemon, hopefully he does not get me with a fat hit. But we will see. There we go. Now I can use Dragon Rage and just finish it. Nice. Water doesn't really do too much. Heck out of here, bruh. He gave my Pokemon a bath. Switch to... Well, kinetic just has the Psychic type move. So Kinetic we don't want to use for this gym. Unless I gave him a different type of move, he's pretty much useless. It's going to be not very effective all the way around the board. Probably would want to use Xemnas and Xion if possible. That would be the smarter, or those would be, rather, the smarter choices. Yeah, always nice to unwind after a nice long work day. Get some good Pokemon. Xemnas. One thing I wanted to do too is, it would probably be a long ass stream. I want to play, like as a random note, want to play Spyro. Spyro 1. I want to completely just beat the game, maybe even 100% it. That would be really cool. It's not going to be like record time. It's going to take at least 6 or 7 hours, but I'd be able to do it, right? I can do it in literally 6-7 hours. It's a long time though. Me and Queen Frost would have to get the popcorn for that. Again, hopefully Mr. Mime doesn't hit me with anything crazy. Damn. Ooh, okay, yeah, so we don't want to hit him. We want to switch, actually. Yep, failed because I didn't use a move bomb. They always try that on me. They always try that. You gotta actually get me, bruh. Ah, there we go. Right as I said that. He got me. Okay, so because he's such low HP, switch to Sugar now. Once again, didn't use a move buddy, so just Thunderbolt. Then I'll have to heal Roman right after this. No, just keep using Xion at this point. Nice, easy. Be humble, sit down. Okay, so let me now use the Hyper. And we're gonna use the rare keys to be leveled up, right? No, we did not. Wow. Roman is a rough one. 343 to the next level. Damn. They make it work for that. Where'd that take me? Yeah, it's just like the same guy as I thought. Just wanted to double check. This guy's not the same guy, though. Yeah, this guy's not the same guy. Yeah, this guy is not the same guy. Rage. Pretty high level right there, 38. I mean, they're catching up. The Dragon Rage isn't gonna really stand up to that. At least against a move like that, it's still gonna hit him. Like, Dragon Rage will always hit that same HP. So that is useful, but again, for the lower levels. Wow. I might have to spam it on him at this point. Yeah, increase the special defense. So now it's really not going to work. So now we want to use Dragon Rage. Yep, you can't stop that damage. You cannot stop that damage, buddy. leveled up Roman to 40. I'm gonna use a candy. Now he's 41. Just like that. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch him for Xemnas for a moment. We're gonna use Xemnas. We don't give a rat toot what they got to say. All I want to do is whoop the ass. That's all I want to do now. So getting everybody to 41, and then we're gonna repeat. Probably Yami's gonna get a little further because I'm gonna use him for the battle. Might start out with Xemnas, actually, switching to Yami if needed. Okay, so let's try this one. This is another battle? Yeah, another battle I can take. Pokemon are pretty tough. Again, 38, not too bad. They're definitely getting close to the level. As I've been switch training, keeping my own Pokemon at a similar level, it is essentially making it so I don't have like one Pokemon super strong. Everybody's just around the same power. So if I encounter a rough Pokemon, like if I found a level 50, it wouldn't be easy for any of my Pokemon. Let me try this way. Yeah, I was about to say, didn't fight this one. Didn't fight this trainer. More lower. Not bad, not bad. Excellent, excellent, excellent progress. Love these Pokemon games. It takes you back to whooping the ass. Sabrina should not be difficult either. Ever since Lieutenant Surge, the gyms have been easier because I have teams that are more diverse. For those first two gyms, I was fighting with only my little Charmander that just evolved, Charmeleon, and then Pikachu. You don't get Raichu for a while. So those first two gyms definitely took me. Trainer, I did fight this guy. Okay. So I think I went to the top, right, left. Let me go back this way. Try this one. Did I go this way? Yes. Top right. Already here as well. There we go. Found the gym leader. So let me go ahead. And I'm not going to use Kinetic. I'll just use Shion. And then we'll see how the general fight goes. So let me check one little thing actually. While I'm here. Make sure my audio's good. I think so. Make sure. Yeah. So everything's straight, which is excellent. Okay. So let's go ahead and fight the gym. 15 minutes in, easy. I had a vision of their arrival. I have had psychic power since I was a child. It started when a spoon I carelessly tossed bent. I dislike battling, but if you wish, I will show you my powers. Here we go, 5th gym leader. Let's beat him like Lieutenant Surge. First Pokemon is Kadabra, level 38. Good, good. So Calm Mind is going to increase the special attack. Yeah. So, oh, and also increases special defense. So Hyper Potion to get a get out of jail free card, no problem. That's all good. Thankfully, because my Pokemon's fast, I caught you. It's quick. Angel number, thank you, Jesus. Send out Mr. Mime. Yeah, we're gonna use Yami now. Because Yami's got the weakness. Yami has the weakness. So yeah, super effective, and it can cause the flinch. Perfect. So we have 2 birds whooped with 1 stone. Venomoth. Yeah, switch back to Shion real quick. So Thunderbolt should still do good damage, and yeah, I'm faster. Shion is just very, very fast. The fastest Pokemon on my team. So I would probably want to use Shion when I get to the Elite Four. Just use Shion in the beginning. So here we go, Alakazam time. Switch to Yami again. Excuse me. Oh, 43. So pretty buff, pretty buff. So he's calm minding to make sure that he's buffing and buffing and buffing and buffing. Ooh, yeah, even so now, let me try Water Pulse. So now he's gonna Psychic, that's 90, it's probably gonna deal a lot of damage. Yeah, it dealt a lot of damage. Wow, okay. So unfortunately, I have to just hope I outspeed him. See? Hyper Potion. Wow. So I'm probably gonna lose Yami, but at least I'll be able to hit him a little bit. Yeah. I'm gonna lose Yami because of his BS. So that's okay. Let me try Xemnas first. Not bad, but he has a very buff attack. Yeah, so he basically one-hit KOs. So let me try Shion now. Dragon's my last resort. So Thunderbolt, see how much damage this does to him. Got him low, so Future Sight was a waste of a turn. As long as that doesn't hit me, I'm good. Yeah. You're not going to be able to hit me with that. He caught his level 43. That's crazy. 43. This loss shocks me, but a loss is a loss. I admit I didn't work hard enough to win. Your victory has earned you the Marsh Badge. Excellent. That's what I'm talking about. The Marsh Badge makes Pokemon up to level 70 obey. Stronger Pokemon will become wild, ignoring your orders in battle, and that's with trades, obviously. Just don't raise your Pokemon too much to avoid that problem. Wait, please take this TM with you. I believe this is for Calm Mind, right? Second power isn't something that only Everyone has psychic power. People just don't realize it. Alright, so we got the heck out of there. Now that's funny how there's no exit panel. You just have to get out one way. Where the hell was the exit? Bruh. What the hell? Where was the exit on these panels, damn it? They trap you in the gym? Where the hell is the exit? It has to be one of these, right? There we go. Oh my god. Wasting time running around in there's crazy. Yeah, Team Rocket is gone. It's safe to go out again. That's right. Because we obviously liberated Sylph Company. That's how we're able to fight the gym. So now we got a lot of fun stuff to do. So, 2 different routes to go down for our Pokemon. Now that we have the 5th badge. So 5 gym badges in total. There's only 2 more gyms left, or technically 3, right? Yeah, there's 8 gym badges. So I have 3. I just always forget about that final gym because it's a secret, right? So let me see we got some good items too. Open up the town map. So there are 2 routes again that we're about to go down. So we gotta go down this route here, Route 12, with the interconnecting Route 13, 14, and 15. Then we're also gonna go down Route 16, 17, and 18. So we have those routes with all those trainers that we gotta fight. And so for the first route we're gonna go down, I did heal my Pokemon, so let me swap to Kinetic because he needs the levels. Our first stop is gonna be the Cycling Road area. That's our first stop. And we do need to cut up here. Because there's something important we gotta get. That's we're in this direction. So we got a nice double battle here ready to go. We'll make sure I got my Pokemon ready for that. Our love knows no bounds. We're in love and we show it. King and Queen Frost battle. Alright, so we're gonna start with Psychic. Single target, I'll have him single target Ninetales. I'm gonna use Water Pulse on Rapidash. Nice. 1 hit, completely obliterated. Alright, so that battle's over with. How'd you get in? Good effort. Yeah, down the off-beaten path. See all those trainers. This is a nice little place to grind. Oh dear, you found my secret retreat. Please don't tell anyone I'm here. I'll make it up to you with this. Here we go, we got HMO2. HMO2 is fly. It's a wonderfully convenient move. Please put it to good use. I will. Let me go teach that right away, actually. So for now, Charizard will have 2 HMs, but you will forget Cut when I get to Fuchsia City. So no wing attack, instead he'll have fly. Alright, so the technical machine is used. There's the Snorlax we gotta whoop. And we're gonna beat his little bum. Now I'm pretty sure Kinetic might be able to do the trick. We'll see. So I want to use the Poke Flute. Katsuya played the Poke Flute. Snorlax woke up and attacked in a grumpy rage. As expected, right? Go ahead and try Psychic on him. Pretty decent level, level 30. It's not terrible. Wow, then he had a Chesto Berry that wakes him up for free. That's crazy. So he heals and then he wakes up for free. Nice KO by Kinetic. Snorlax calmed down, gave a huge yawn, and returned to the mountains. Alright. So past the Snorlax, let's see. So, you get the amulet coin. I don't think I've gathered data on Woody. Because you gotta actually catch them physically. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing else here. So, cycling road time. What do you want? Gotta fight you. Gotta level up, get XP. Fight all the trainers on all these routes before we even tackle Fuchsia City. I could just rush through and go right to Fuchsia City, try to avoid the trainers and just make my way, but that wouldn't be fun. Like, you gotta also get the experience, and this is, you know, these are trainers that are in your way. You should be fighting them. So once I get to the through this route, rather, I'm gonna fly to Lavender Town and then take on the other routes on the right-hand side of the Kanto region. Wow, he wants my bike? Nah, bro. I survived. Psychic's gonna already run out, unfortunately. Which sucks. Excellent. 4-4, thank you, Jesus. So I will remain, just whoop his little ass with my Kinetic, and then, yeah, I have 2 more uses of Psychic. So I will have to switch Kinetic out. Honestly, get him better moves. Come out and play, little mouse. What the hell? creeper. So I got 2 power points left for his 2 Pokemon. Let's give it to him. Take 2 Psychics, bro. This is my last little bit of Psychic. You can have both. Yeah, get the heck out of here, bro. Alright, you little rat. Yep, I caught your bum butt. Now there is a lot more trainers. So let me switch to Roman, because Roman takes the longest in terms of experience. Roman is going to be a very hard buff boy to grind. So Dragon Rage it up. Don't worry, I'll just Shockwave, bro. You can never avoid it. As long as the move can be used, you cannot avoid it. So, boom. Take a Shockwave, buddy. Alright, let's have ourselves a good time. Yeah, these trainers, they're definitely good to grind on, because they are relentless out here. They do not mess around, these guys. Just in terms of how many Pokemon trainers there are. Nice poison. Wonderful. Always a poison. Always a friggin' poison. No, don't change. Hopefully Shed Skin hops in there. There you go. Thank the Lord. What's that little meme song? Thank the Lord. That's the theme song of Shed Skin. Every time it happens. Yeah, they're just getting more and more angry. Just 5 million of the same Pokemon. It's like if I bought 5, 6 Dratini. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from doing that, but honestly, you might be able to get away with it too, because Dragonite is such a powerful Pokemon, it really doesn't even matter. Like, as long as you get the Dragonite itself, you're good, basically. It carries you so hard if it's a good Dragonite. I get my kicks by harassing people with my sticky Pokemon. They're great for startling people, and they bite, too. Wow, what an asshole. Typical asshole. Gotta make Pokemon toxic, right? What the hell is that about? Ah, there you go. I'm feeling hungry and mean. Okay. Spam my Dragon Rage at these little bums. Last trainer at the top here, but there are quite a bit more trainers on Cycling Road. That's cool how in Pokemon Let's Go, they actually remove Cycling Road like there isn't a bike They replaced the bike with riding Pokemon. They just expect you to ride Pokemon, and that's, you know, the new method for travel. And then, of course, your starter gets the secret techniques. Instead of HM moves, your partner will just have these extra moves that don't take a space. Which is smart, because HMs obviously suck. In the sense where you have to force one Pokemon to always have it. Yeah, so see a lot more trainers down here. So let me make sure I get all the data. Shot first. Useless Foresight because I'm not a ghost type Pokemon. Foresight is extremely useful though. It turns a bad type matchup into something you can actually handle. Wow, guy's got a level 29 Machamp. Not bad. My last Dragon Rage on this little four-armed buff boy. There we go. Boom. Get the hell out of here. Let's heal up Roman, and then I'm gonna swap. Get all these trainers. You head into Futsia. Yes. However, I'm taking the long path. Because I need all that experience. Like I said earlier, I could just run past all these trainers and get to Futsia easily. Like, I don't really have to go down both routes and fight both trainers, or both sets of trainers. But I'm going to, right? It's important to get that experience, get the effort values, and just level up your Pokemon as much as you possibly can. Yeah, we don't want to switch. Level everybody up as much as possible. You can even tell, like, Yami gets so much experience compared to good old Dragonair. Like, Dragonair takes forever to level up, and then you finally get it to level up. Everybody else just goes so quick, you're already back on Dragonair. They make you work for Dragonite, they really do. They don't want to play. So yeah, we beat Lieutenant Surge, Celadon, and I don't think I want to learn Ace. Eliminates all stat changes among all Pokemon engaged with odds. It's actually useful as hell. Let me get rid of this after that. That is actually useful as hell. Yep, so I don't need to heal. Yami's already 42. Let me swap out with Xion. Yeah, very good speed. Very, very high speed. We'll have to see what everyone looks like in terms of the stats by the end. No getting rich quick. That is. Yeah, we know. We know Cue Ball Roll. What a piece of shit. They filled the cycling road with a bunch of hardy assholes. Red had to fight all these guys, but in Let's Go, you don't have to deal with them no more. There's only like a few left, and they don't hang out in quite the same spot. Honestly, I feel like the OG cycling road is just classic. It's kind of messed up that they took it out in Let's Go. Like, if they ever made another, because I believe Let's Go is like the third iteration of the Kanto region, because there was the original red and blue, or I guess the fourth. Because there was the original red and blue and green. Then they're in Japan only, right? I don't think green was ever in America. I think we only got red and blue. But yellow is that second version where they added Pikachu as the starter, of course. And then after yellow, they later made in the early 2000s Fire Red and Leaf Green, right? And then later, for the Nintendo Switch, they made the Let's Go game. So there were four, right? There were four different iterations of the Kanto region games. So if they did do another one, a fifth version of the Kanto region, they should make it as close to the original Red and Blue as they can. Like Fire Red, Leaf Green is probably the closest version they've gotten to that. Like, just make it like Fire Red and Leaf Green. Okay, so it's just another level up. Yeah, switch Pokemon and switch out with him. I don't think he has power points though right now. Yeah, I just have Future Sight. So basically, yeah, I would have to swap train him, so I'll leave him out for now. I would have to swap train this Pokemon. I leveled up my Pokemon, but it won't evolve. Why? Let's see what Pokemon you have, bro. He has one Pokemon, Machoke. Ah. That's because you have to trade it, buddy. He doesn't know. He doesn't know about trading his Pokemon. Poor guy. He's gotta find a friend, a lover, somebody. Why you? Did he figure it out? Maybe some Pokemon need element stones to evolve. Yes, but Machoke isn't one of them. He doesn't know. Be a rebel. I agree with that. Be yourself. Don't listen to what other people tell you to do, or, you know, what other people try to put you in a box, put you in a facade. Don't let those people do that. There we go. Fly up high. Yeah, don't let people do that. Be yourself. Have fun. And most importantly, be yourself. But have fun. Choke is gonna get it too. Fly is very powerful. You basically cannot be hit. Unless they use a specific move, you're okay. Okay. Check all these. So there's one guy right there. I gotta check to get all the trainers on each side. Yeah, there's one and then two, right? I believe there were two trainers that I missed. Oh, and a third right here. We're bikers. We rule the roads, man. Yeah, we gotta make sure I get all the trainers on Cycling Road. We're not gonna leave out a single one. right? Yeah, so I hate the muck with the minimize. Like, it's one of the most annoying things they can spam. They just spam minimize to get their evasiveness so high that essentially they can't be hit. It's like a less than 50% to hit their dumbass, and then you gotta sit there missing for years until you can finally hit. Okay. So I got all the full heals and this. I got all the necessary crap on that initial left side. So now I gotta get these guys, a couple more down here. I need a little exercise. Everybody does. Me and the Queen Frost are gonna get back to Pokemon Go too. That'll help with that. You have to walk around in that game, get to Pokestops, and the game encourages you to walk. It encourages you to, like, hey, you have to be within this many meters of the Pokestop to use it, so you can't be a lazy bum sitting in one spot. Oh, I'm not gonna walk all the way over to that Pokestop or whatever. Like, it looks like a fun game. It's just more catch-oriented. Like, they added the battle stuff, which I didn't remember that, because I played it when it first came out, but I only played it for, like, barely a month. Barely a month. I did not play that game often at all. Yeah, Pokemon Go, it just wasn't really my thing. Like, I've always been about battling, catching, and training Pokemon in that sense. Like, the way that you train is you use the candy system, and it's just a very arbitrary system. It is addicting and fun, but for me personally, it's just not like my type of system, right? Like, if I had to choose, I would take a more typical RPG experience. But that's just my personal opinion. Gotta go switcheroo. Now Kinetic, I don't have the stuff to use him. He doesn't have any power points. Nice bike. How's it handle? It's a good bike. So yeah, I can't stress how important this is, like, especially since the gym leader had a 43, I definitely don't want to go into the next gym until I'm, like, beating up all these other trainers and leveling up my Pokemon a lot. Good hit. And even though he disabled me, that's fine. I still have the Thunder Shot. Even if you get one, and then eventually I'll probably get better moves, I hope. So is that it on this side? I believe so. Always gotta make sure. Get lost, kid. I'm Bush. Yeah, we should be nearing the end of the route. Lots of good trainers to fight. Here we go. 5 Pokemon. Dang. He's stacked up. So day 4 of my expenditures. And unfortunately, it seems like probably for the on-demand, it doesn't look that way. Like, on-demand, people are watching and I really do appreciate that. But in terms of the live, my lives are low and dead, right? Like, I'll get a couple people that come in to just see what's up, and then they just leave immediately, right? And that's a shame. That sucks. I gotta be more entertaining, and I'm trying. I'm really, really doing my best there. I am trying. I know that this game also just released, so a lot of people have probably bought it on Nintendo Switch or replayed it, but it doesn't matter like that, you know? Like, it is all good. You always gotta play what you want to play and do what you want to do, and it doesn't matter, particularly if people are, like, interested in the live or not, but it would have been cool if I had the same attendance, like, the whole way through, because I feel like it was really, really nice in the beginning when it was fresh, like Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday pretty much died quite a bit, and in terms of the live, but again, the on-demand's fine, so I'm not complaining anyway. I'm just genuinely intrigued by that. The way that analytics work is so weird. Switch to Roman now. Yeah, analytics are really weird. So here we go, we got through Cycling Road, that was easy. So now we're gonna fight a couple more bird-type trainers. I'm looking for the Pokemon Slowbro. Wanna trade one for my Lickitung? No. That's a cool Pokemon. Lickitung's not bad. Let's fight some trainers. So 3 more trainers, then I can heal in Katsuya City, fly to Lavender Town, and then I'm gonna fight the trainers on the opposite route. And then once we do that, then I will challenge the Katsuya gym, and that'll be the 2nd gym badge obtained in this stream, so good progress. Beating both Sabrina first try, and we'll hopefully beat Koga first try. Koga's just a little rough with his muck. Yeah, Koga doesn't play. He is a rough one too. I feel like definitely in terms of the Kanto gyms, they're all equally pretty hard. It just depends on how you build your team. Like, if you build your team well-balanced, you have good Pokemon that are balanced, so you can handle your weakness. Like, you can handle, oh, it doesn't matter if my starter died, because I have other Pokemon that are the same level, that are also around the same strength, you know, etc. Like, that's the key to beating them. And in the beginning, like I keep repeating, like, I was weak as hell. I had a horrible build on my level 3 Pikachu that I barely was training up, and then my Charmander that just evolved. Those first 2 gyms beat your ass, but Lieutenant Surge, Erica, Sabrina, they were easy. Like, I beat them all just 1 try, easy peasy, lemony squeezy, no problem. That was really cool coming back from that bullshit. So yeah, maybe I gotta go for a little bit longer today, and that would help, because for the 3 hours, I did want to go longer tomorrow too, because tomorrow's Friday. So God bless, we made it through the whole week. So crazy again, I made it far in just 4 consistent streams. I made it pretty far. I know that if I was probably streaming a different game, it would also help too. Like, if I mix it up, people want to come in to see different shit. Like, the people that are either interested or not interested in Pokemon, they either come or they don't come, right? Like, pause. They either, you know, think about, hey, I know that I know what to expect, essentially. Or they're like, whatever, you know, I don't want to show up with that in mind. That was a good critical. Okay. So now I can view my Pokemon in Lucia City. So we got the Safari Zone up ahead, which is really cool. They have Pokemon on display, which is actually cool to see the updated sprites of all the Pokemon. So it looks cool. So since I'm here, let me find, this is the Warden's house, right? Where's the move deleter? I'm the fishing guru's older brother. I said, we love fishing. I can't bear to go without. Tell me, do you like to fish? Sure. Grand. I like your style. I think we can be friends. Take this and fish, young friend. So now you got the good rod. So now, if I didn't already catch a water type at this point with Vaporeon, I would probably use that to get Staryu. Yeah, with the good rod, you can catch much better Pokemon. So you can catch Staryu if you wanted to. Yeah, so that's the Warden's house, which you would want to go there to get the specific item you need, but yeah, so we can fight the gym. Bill files his own Pokemon data as we see. Did he show you? Yeah, of course. Ah, Bill's his grandson. What? This is Bill's grandpa. He always loved collecting things, even as a child. The Safari Zone's warden is old, but he's still very much active. All his teeth are false, though. Alright. So where the hell is the move deleter? Oh yes, I'm the move deleter. I can make Pokemon forget their moves. So I can do that? Yes. Which Pokemon should forget a move? Xemnas is gonna forget Cut. Which move should be forgotten? Get rid of Cut. Huh? Xemnas is Cut. That move should be forgotten? Yes. It worked to perfection. Xemnas has forgotten Cut completely. Excellent. So now that he's forgotten Cut, Focus Punch is the attack that is executed last. The user flinches if hit before it executes. You gotta be fast to use it. Frustration, Dig, Psychic. Who uses that? Yeah, just my one Pokemon. Rock Tomb. Aerial Lace, that's right. Xemnas can learn Aerial Lace. I think that would be the replacement move. 60 power move, and it cannot miss, right? Always is successful. So instead of the weak Cut, we have Aerial Ace, which is a much better move. Perfect. So I needed to do that, so because there's no other reason to use the Cut other than side stuff if you wanted stuff randomly, and you can catch a Rattata and just teach it to a random weak Rattata. Alright, so the route that we want to go to is this way, on Route 15. So I want to go from the other direction. So we're going to fly all the way. See, so we can go to everywhere pretty much. The last area we got to go to is good old Cinnabar, and then of course the Pokemon League itself. So not too bad at all. So we're gonna fly to Lavender Town, and then we're gonna head through the south. And let me make sure my Pokemon are set. Yeah, let me switch back to Kinetic, because I gotta get him up like 2 levels. I got the TM27. TM27 is Woo Club Return. Yeah, it's the opposite of Frustration. So if your Pokemon love you a lot, the move will be stronger versus Frustration. So here we go. Great progress. And we are about an hour in, so it actually didn't take me as long as I thought. So I get Swift Swim. Interesting. I should try that on the Elite Four with Kinetic to take their abilities to see how well that makes him fight against them, play around and toy with the random crap. Excuse me. Yeah, so no need to switch. So it took me an hour, and it'll probably be a little bit longer to get this route. Whoop the second Snorlax, because obviously I'm not going to capture it. Why would I do something like that? In this playthrough, I have like two. I have two Snorlaxes. So. I've used it quite a bit. And both my Snorlaxes are pretty strong. One is from X and Y, and then the other one, I forget where that one's from. I want to say... What game was it from? It was a random game. I think it was also a 3DS title. It wasn't X and Y, though. It was a different 3DS Pokemon game. I have both of them in Pokemon Home, so they're both living in there now. With the rest of my 3DS Pokemon, because all my 3DS, me and Queen Frost both did this. Once we finished our teams and we battled against each other, traded with each other, did what we wanted to do, because I would give her some of the data of the Pokemon that I would catch and vice versa. So we would be done and then move them up to home, and then they just stay in home forever, right? Until we need them. Like I was using my Snorlaxes and Champion, my Blaziken, and some other random Pokemon too. Which, speaking of Blaziken, when I do play Emerald, I'll probably, most likely I'm gonna pick Mudkip. Most likely. Okay, so almost a 42. It just sucks that he has no power points on his moves. Future Sight is also extremely delayed, so there really is no point in using it unless, again, I'm in a strategic battle where you want it to be a delayed hit. Almost a 42 anyway, thank God. Even though I would like to get him farther. Yeah, so 20 levels higher than these guys. Probably should have went through here right up to the Snorlax. Because you can technically fight these guys before, obviously. But the only real part that's blocked off is right when you get to the connecting route with Vermilion around the Digging Cave. Right around there is when the Snorlax appears as the obstacle. That is why you're forced to go through Rock Tunnel, right? Because it's blocking you forever. At least you only have to get through it once. That's like the best part about Rock Tunnel. You only have to go through it once. There is no need to ever go back unless it's like, oh, I forgot something. Or, if you're going from the Cerulean route, you can just go to the power plant that way. That's when you get Zapdos, right? Which, of course, I'm not getting any of those legendaries. I don't need them. Switch my guys around. If I win, I'm gonna propose. Wow, bro. King and Queen Frost for real. That's what's up. The only difference is we're way stronger. Level 100 team. So you know what? Let me shockwave. I'm gonna switch Shion out with Sentinels. Yeah, helping hand, all you wanna do. Helping hand. All day, all night. It's not gonna help you, son. It's not gonna help you. So, of course, Aerial Ace will not miss, so it doesn't matter. Try again. Yeah, so if anybody's curious, I think that's obvious, but my Roman is named after the Edge Runner that's going to be in the new series, the Season 2 of Cyberpunk 2077 anime. Very excited for that. It's going to be a fantastic show. If anybody wants to watch that, I highly recommend it, even if you're not interested in anything concerning Cyberpunk. It's a very good anime series, and it's got a fantastic story to it. It's just a great, short, and sweet anime. Switch to Yami real quick. So yeah, want to use the Poke Flute? Let's do it. Yeah, highly recommended. Snorlax woke up and it attacked in a broken rage. Okay, buddy. Take me on. Take on me. Right? Come on, buddy. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. That water pulse is overpowered. It makes everybody confused. Water pulse is no joke. Try the Aurora Beam. Get the hell out of here, Snorlax. Hey, you're not asleep, bro. You're done. Bye-bye, bro. Take this L, Snorlax. Okay. Heal up my Pokemon. And now I'm gonna proceed. So what's past here? I'm the fishing guru's younger brother. I simply love fishing. Oh, so he gives you another rod? So you get the super rod. Wow. If you catch a big Magikarp with that rod, I want to see it. Interesting. So you can physically catch a large Magikarp. Electricity is my specialty. I don't know a thing about Pokemon of the Sea, though. Wow, what the hell? Alright, buddy. Here we go. I'm gonna use my water Pokemon against him. Let's see how that goes. Not bad, not bad. Get the heck out of here. So again, we'll see. I'm trying. I will definitely get Fuchsia done, right? We're gonna get Fuchsia done. We are making fantastic progress. Getting all these guys whooped. Getting all the possible experience that we really desperately need, like, so bad. I need to be level 50, really, realistically. So there's a trainer right here with the optional item. You have to use Cut to get him, so... I mean, it looks like I'm not gonna get him. I came down this route while I still had cut, I would have used it. Boom, get the heck out of here. Yeah, let's see how long we're going for. Yeah, 1-1-1 baby Jesus. So we're making fantastic progress. I'm definitely going to be able to easily fit in all the space. So I will for sure be able to whoop Fuchsia, make it to Cinnabar. I might even be able to whoop Cinnabar, and maybe, just maybe, I might have the wherewithal to defeat the last gym. So I can get 4 gym badges in a single part. Now that would be awesome, because then in the next stream I could basically just finish the game. Like, I could just grind if needed. I'm gonna whoop all the Victory Road trainers, and then basically I'll just fight the Elite Four. They're not gonna be easy. They're gonna be very rough. Kanto Elite Four is notoriously difficult. I believe the Elite Four, you've got the Ice user, the Ghost user, the Fighting user, and then the Dragon user. So they're all relatively tough typings. If you're not careful, if you're using your mind like you have Pokemon with the multi-typings, or switching and switching, you should be fine, like, as long as you diversify your power. That's why I try to keep everyone at the same level. Excuse me. Easy peasy lemony squeezy whooping. Good shit. So I got my level up. I can switch Yami out. So I'm gonna switch Yami out for Roman. Yeah, everybody gets their ass beat to a pulp. Get whooped and destroyed. Every single trainer out here. Every single one. Yeah, so highly recommend getting a Dragonite. Definitely a meta Pokemon 1000%. Dragonite is meta. Honestly, in any game that Dragonite's usable in, it is like just a great, almost always a fantastic choice, right? It's just such a good Pokemon, and versatile when you get into its final evolution. It's almost 43. So we're almost 20 levels higher than you guys. Wow, my slam is horrible at mid. The accuracy on Slam is like one of the worst ever. It's a horrible move. Like, I need to get rid of the Slam as soon as I can. It does hit good, but the accuracy on it is so trash. Horrible, horrible accuracy. Get the hell out of here, Pikachu. All these trainers making the pilgrimage to Viridian just to catch a Pikachu. I am pretty sure that is the only... I think I ran out of power points. Right. Oh, I have 2 left. I'm pretty sure that is the only spot to get Pikachu. Kinda like how in the Sinnoh region, the only spot to get Pikachu is the Trophy Garden, which is like, you don't really get it until very far. That's like by the 4th, 5th gym. So it's very, very far to get Pikachu in the Sinnoh region. So if you want to get him on your team, good luck, right? Good luck. You are not most likely gonna get him on your team. Okay, so I'm set up for this double battle. Oh, it's not a double, I see. Wow, okay. It's gonna be 2 solo battles. So yeah, Xemnas' moves are slowly getting better. These trainers are definitely stronger down here, because again, they expect you to beat the Snorlax up and also have at least gotten through the Pokemon Tower and all that, so they try to gauge it in the middle. So they're not super strong, but they're also not super weak. So yeah, I've kept a nice, well-rounded team this entire playthrough. The key for any of these old-school Pokemon games is always to use the switch method. That is the #1 way to get it all done, the switch method. You switch and you switch and you switch. You never use the same Pokemon too much. If your Pokemon gets 1 or 2 levels higher than one of your other Pokemon, swap that motherfucker out. Do not keep using them. Switch around your Pokies constantly. Use them for their strengths, and when their weaknesses come up, you swap them. That's why you have 6 in your party, right? Like, a lot of people, myself included, when I first started playing Pokemon, I would just rely on my starter, switch occasionally, and my starter would always be like 10 levels higher because I rely on the starter. And it's fine to rely on your starter, it's your first Pokemon, but you don't want to be caught off guard. Never get caught off guard. Out of curiosity, I want to see how much this is going to do to Poliwag. Wow. Not very effective, but Charizard is that powerful against the Poly. Has another, and it's not going to even matter. I'll use Fly. So yeah, there's not really, after what we did in the last part, there's not really like, oh, there's a big-ass, massive dungeon we gotta go through. There is essentially what I would consider a mini-dungeon of sorts. Once you get to Cinnabar Island, and you'll see what I mean, there is a small area that you are forced to traverse. It's not as big as Silph or the gym, or excuse me, any of the other challenges we've done. It's really quite tame. It's not that bad. It is a trek to get through it, but it's not that bad. That's why I bought the max repels to prepare myself mentally. Go, level 43. Let's get it. We swap Pokemon now. I'll use Shion again. Raichu is so powerful, especially when you get it post its evolution. Like, it is very, very strong. Shion probably would have hit first right there, but because he used Quick Attack, I mean, it's a level 27, so definitely should outspeed any level 27. Thunderbolt again. Excelente. Let's see who else is out here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep using Charizard for now. There's a couple more trainers, it looks like. Okay, and then there's just a cut area back there. So we are halfway through this route. Like, this route does not have very many trainers left, and this is perfect because we'll be ready to just easily walk right into the gym, whoop the Fuchsia City Gym. Should not be difficult at all. And I do have the weakness with Kinetic. Wow, the guy wasted his time catching so many bird-type Pokemon just for them to be cooked by Flamethrower. I mean, even if they were level 40 or higher, like, they wouldn't really stand a chance against the Charizard. You would need, like, a specific build in order to beat them. Excuse me. Yes, with that XP gain, that's crazy. It slowed down a lot. So we got a lot of trainers to get through, but we need to do this so we can get, again, as much experience as possible for the inevitable gyms and battles ahead. As I've been saying, the Elite Four is notoriously hard in the Kanto region, so I want to make sure that I am for sure ready. Probably want to go to like level 60 to 65 minimum, right? So if I'm not at least 55, 60 by the time we get to the Elite Four, that's not good. I'll probably have to take some time to grind on my own so I can get my Pokemon stronger if I see that by then, but again, we'll see. So there is a trainer out there to battle. So there's like 3 trainers over here. So yeah, they make sure there's a lot, and you have the VS Seeker, so you can battle them all again. Like, you really want to sit there and grind, you can fight as many trainers as you want over and over. Wow, look at that low XP, 306. That's wild. Get chips, little chips at a time. Okay, no. Boom. Another one bites the dust, and I get my level up. So instead of cut, you get the slash, which is 70, has a high critical hit ratio. So we get rid of Metal Claw for slash, because Metal Claw is outdated. It's a weaker move. Okay. So I'm gonna go back the opposite way. Let me move Xion back in place. And then we're gonna go back, because that's a dead end. Fight the other two trainers on that left-hand side right over here. Have you taught your bird Pokemon how to fly? Of course I have. And it's not a bird Pokemon I taught it to, right? Taught it to a flying and fire type. Charizard's more like a flying lizard. Excuse me. Flying lizard Charizard. Buff boy. Thankfully, Xion melts everybody so easily. These flying Pokemon don't stand a chance. Okay, fight this other dude. Yeah, so Route 14, west of Lucia. Oh wow, there's more trainers out here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. When they say battle, train, they give you a crazy amount of trainers. Like, Let's Go, really, they give you a lot of trainers too, but they neuter them. You'll get like one, maybe 2 or 3 Pokemon per trainer, and then there is no VS Seeker in Let's Go, so you don't have the opportunity to battle all those Pokemon again. Like, you whoop a trainer, that's it. You'll never be able to rebattle them in Let's Go. You are only able to rebattle the gym leaders, and then they add whatchamacallit too. Of course the Elite Four. Like, that's all they've added, rather. Because in this game, you can't rebattle the gyms. At least I don't think so. I do not think they added rebattling gym leaders until, like, the more recent Pokemon remakes and recent Pokemon games in general. Other than, I think, in the Battle Tower or Battle Frontier. I don't remember if you could rebattle gym trainers there, or gym leaders, rather, there. I do not recall if you could. One cool part about the GTS that they upgraded in the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl games, random fact, that GTS trading, it's like they want you to try and collect one Pokemon per area in the world. So they want you to, like, get one Pokemon from each region that people play Pokemon games in, which is cool. And there's obviously hundreds of those regions. I don't know how many exactly, but there's a lot. So you can try to get Pokemon from each corner of Japan. just whoop these guys real quick. I personally find that really, really cool. And it's something really silly, but it is something cool to do. And you get unique Pokemon for it. You might even get a good Pokemon for it, maybe. I've never gotten anything good yet, but I have gotten some funny trades. Yeah, so the Celadon City TMs suck. They're only good for very, very niche moves. If you don't have a niche move, you're pretty much screwed. Go. So yeah, I'll probably get close to 45 for my team, getting into the Katsuya City Gym. By the way, in terms of the temperature, it has been still pretty hot in the house, like 88, 87, which is still cooler than it's been, but that's still hot as hell. Ooh, look at all those trainers, my god. Have you heard the legend of the Winged Mirages? Yeah, 3 legendary bird Pokemon. You better know the legend of those Pokemon. So here's the data on Farfetch, so you can at least see it, but I do not think you can catch it in the wild. I believe the only Farfetch you can get is in Vermilion City via trade. I think you trade Sparrow for Farfetch. And then if you want Farfetch that's like your own Farfetch, like, hey, it's my original trainer ID, it's not a traded Pokemon, you would have to get a Ditto, obviously, and breed it that way. And you can also only breed in the post-game, so you would have to beat the Elite Four and go to the islands and breed on the islands. That's the only opportunity you will get to breed and gain. And the only reason I can see, because shinies are so rare, like, there's no point. I don't even think the Masuda method exists in this game. I do not think there is any method that you could use that make shinies a little bit... Oh yeah, I gotta switch it around like this. There we go. Level 30 Charmander and Squirtle's crazy. So Dragon Rage Charmander, excuse me, Dragon Rage Squirtle, Water Pulse Charmander. Daggone Pokelink definitely glitches. I feel like if you switch and then go to a battle before it updates, it doesn't properly update. Like it's something to do with the battle. like when you initiate fights, something to do with that. So it protects itself from all moves, but that's not forever, bro. Yep. You will have to fight eventually. Can't fight like that forever. So yeah, I don't know what it is about the Poke-Link. Yeah, like it freaks out when you get into a battle. I've noticed that you switch your Pokemon and then immediately get into a battle, it will glitch. And it may or may not update, or it duplicates slots. Like, you'll think, oh, it shows 2 of the same Pokemon, and it just looks a little weird that way. So we're almost there. Good amount of trainers to fight, but we are almost at the Fuchsia City Point. We are getting very close to that point. Then I'm just gonna fight the gym immediately. The gym's gonna face my wrath. And Koga's gonna learn a very important lesson. And then, as I said, you have to go into the Safari Zone, because there is an item there that you must get. There is an item that you must get. 2 items, actually. They are required to make progress. Okie dokie. And Greener I'm not gonna switch. Yep, so the grind is real. Like, this is completely 100% necessary. If you miss all these trainers and you think that you can beat the Elite Four and get enough XP to do what you need to do, you are sorely mistaken. Like, there will be a rude awakening if you really seriously think by skipping all of these trainers, it makes it easier. Now, yeah, I could probably just get it all done quick, right? Just barrel my way through the gyms and whatever, but when you get to that Elite Four, you will see, like, wow, I should have grinded. Like, wow, I should have got XYZ levels, because you're gonna have to at that point if you are not strong enough then, because you will be at the end of the game and they're not gonna babysit you and give you more trainers. You gotta either find more trainers, go fight all the ones you missed, or use the VS Recorder, VS Seeker. Those are your only options. So do not screw yourself over. Be smart and do what I'm doing. Fight all the trainers. You cannot be lazy like that. It's tempting, but you cannot be lazy. Because you think I'm making progress, but no. you're only making progress with a level up. Every time you get one level up, you're actually legitimately making progress. Whether you're doing that by fighting wild Pokemon, or you're fighting trainers, or however you're getting that XP, you're gonna need that XP. Let me fight this last little son of a bitch. Come on, bro. And then I'm gonna go further to the left, and there will be more trainers. But a lot of trainers on this route, like a lot of the bird tamers. Then it's like you got 6, 7, 8 on one side of the route, and then you got 6, 7, 8 more. Okay, so oh yeah, I don't have PP for Shockwave. Shit. Damn it. That's how much the grind has taken out of me. 44, very nice. So let me switch now. And Kinetic has no power points on his Psychic. If he runs out of power points, he's screwed. And I'll use him for the gym, so it doesn't really matter, but you need those power points. The more attack-based moves you have, the longer you can keep going. Yeah, so everybody is basically 44 except for Yami, and of course, Kinetic. I gotta go to a Pokemon Center, heal Kinetic, and I'll probably just use him for the gym, like the whole way through. Could probably make it, I just need to get him some other attack move. Preferably one with special attack, like a special move, because if it's physical, trash. We don't want physical moves, we want only special attack moves for him. Okay, so there is, or rather there are, trainers on the top of that route to fight. Dang. What the heck is this guy doing? He turned around real quick. I was gonna talk to you, bro. Turned around real quick. So we will spam the fly. I think I ran out of my flamethrower power points anyway. That's the other move you want to use for the extra damage. Just easy XP. You might as well turn this guy upside down. Shake him for all his little change and all his little money with how easily I'm just whooping this guy. Thoughtlessly flying over and over and over. You can never catch me because I'm getting him. Oh, there you go. Finally. Finally he caught me. That's crazy. Probably because the Weezing's a little buff. Okay, so yeah, 5 Pokemon bite the dust, bro. Come on. Your 5 Pokemon are nothing. For my one Charizard, right? My one Charizard, you can't catch it. So that's kind of wild how already, just because of how long it takes to get all that experience, we're already at like the 2-hour mark, basically. So most likely, I will whoop the Fuchsia City Gym. If I have the time, I will go ahead and do the Safari Zone, and then I'll probably stop once we get the items from the Safari Zone. Because the Cinnabar route's gonna take forever. Like, what do you think's gonna be on the route to Cinnabar? More Pokemon. Like, there's gonna be way more guys to whoop, so... There's no way I'm gonna sit here and grind that much. Definitely Friday. Done with the work week, right? So I'll have way more time to waste to actually beat everything and do everything. I can just do the last 2 gyms, get the Victory Road done. I can try the Elite Four, depending on my level, and we'll just taste the water. Because the gyms, I'm gonna get through the gyms no problem. Like, the gyms I'm not worried about. Especially Cinnabar and the last gym, because I will have the weakness for both of those. So it won't matter. I'm gonna catch every gym that's left, just like I've currently done. Each gym I fought after Misty has been a one-hit destruction. Every single gym. You quick attacked me. Every single gym has been easy, and I've mollywopped every single gym. So we are gonna make sure Koga faces the same fate. So I'm gonna swap out. So now I gotta spam the Slam, which Slam misses a lot, so get ready for that. Get ready for Slam to miss like 2 million times. I have to get rid of this move so bad. Look how bad it is. Look how much it misses. It's like unusable. Let me look at the accuracy of Slam. It is so bad. Yeah, 75% accuracy. That's terrible. My God, 75%. So a quarter of the time, you are not hitting what you want to hit. Hey, thank you, Freeze. I appreciate that, bro. Much, much love. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I've been playing the game all week, and I plan to play some more Pokemon, so... I'm also gonna go back to my old stuff, like I'm playing With My Sleep, I'm also playing Mother 3, and I'm randomly going on games like Mario Maker and other stuff, so... I'm trying to keep it diversified, but right now I'm focused on the Pokemon, so much, much appreciated. Go ahead and switch out to, because I can't use Kinetic, his power points are down. What is she on? Yeah, so Koga, I'm gonna beat his ass. Koga's gonna be so easy. I have no worries about beating Koga, no worries about beating the other 2 gyms after that. Oh, cool. Random Bulbasaur. That's actually my train of thought, too. I cut myself off on one of the other parts. I was talking about the best grass type in Kanto. In my opinion, the best grass type is Bulbasaur. Like, he's just very, very good. He's got great stats for a grass type. So if I was gonna get a grass type in this game, I would want to get Bulbasaur. Yeah, we don't care about the low level. He can do whatever he wants to do to me. You know, whatever, bro. Make me go to sleep. I'm gonna waste a full heal just to spite him. Just to spite him. My evasiveness went down, which means that I am going to be easier to hit. No problem. You're never gonna hit me, bro. Alright, so I think there might just be the one more trainer, right? Oh, there's two, actually, okay. And then the double battle up there, I wish I still had the cuts. Let me swap to Yami real quick. I wish I still had the cut. That would have got me a couple more trainers that I missed, but realistically, I'm fighting 99% of them. So does it really matter that I don't get 1 or 2 or 3 trainers when I'm fighting literally 99% of them? No, it doesn't matter, especially with the VS Seeker. It does not matter, but you do want to fight as many as possible. So all these main guys I'm beating, and it should just be at least a couple more before I rack all the way down. So I beat all the trainers on the cycling road, and I wrapped around to Lavender Town since we got the Poke Flute in the last part. Could whoop the ass of all these trainers all the way from Lavender, just beating all the trainers that whole way. So it took a while, but I've been getting very, very necessary experience points for all my Pokemon. And I will be using Kinetic soon because he needs all that experience specifically. Because again, I can't use Alakazam. There's nobody to trade with. I'm not playing on Nintendo Switch where I can trade with myself and get an Alakazam or trade with Queen Frost. I gotta figure it out myself. King Frost's gotta do it. Queen Frost would be more than happy to give me Pokemon in trades for the playthrough. That would actually, would have been cool, actually. We should have did that. Maybe for a future playthrough, like when I play the Let's Go games or something like that. Because that's the weird part about Let's Go, actually. For the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, you can only use either Kanto Pokemon that you caught in Pokemon Go, or you can use Pokemon from the Let's Go games. You cannot, like, oh, I caught a Pokemon in any other Pokemon game. It's sitting in my home, right? If you want to move that to Let's Go, you can't. Unless it's a Pokemon caught in Let's Go. I think that's one of the weirdest things ever. Like, I don't know why they chose to do that. Only 2 different ways to get Pokemon to Let's Go. So it's either you get lucky in Pokemon Go and you catch Kanto Pokemon, which is like, I haven't seen a way in Pokemon Go to like run around and, oh, I only want to encounter Kanto Pokemon. Like, I haven't yet to see that. In Pokemon Go, as I've been replaying it, I've caught all types of Pokemon from even the Paldea region. Like, I've caught random-ass Pokemon, but you can only move the Kantos over. So that really pisses me off, because I wanted to be like, oh, I can use Pokemon from Go, right? Well, not really. I think the only one I moved over was an Eevee. So I have Pikachu, Eevee, and then I have the 3 starters, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and of course Squirtle. I'll switch real fast. Yeah, I'll switch this now. Because I'm running out of power points. Yeah, the Let's Go rant, because I'm actually mad at Pokemon Let's Go because they made the battle system so binky baby. They made it so easy, it just dumbs and waters down the combat. So for me personally, I like the game. Like, it's pretty. It's a beautiful 3D Kanto game that I love to see. It's awesome to see all the areas in 3D brought to life. But they, like, removed the heart and soul. Like, but that's my opinion, right? Like, I still recommend anybody to play that game, right? Like, play Let's Go, make the decision for yourself, but the dumbed down combat system and the way that you fight, like, you don't catch, like, from a wild encounter. When you run into a Pokemon in the wild, it's like Pokemon Go. Like, oh, throw a ball at it, throw whatever to make it easier to catch. It's just so weird. Like, even to this day, it's alien to me. Like, I play it, and it's like, what the hell am I doing? Like, it just isn't natural for me. But I get it, they're just trying to bring in people who play Go. They want the Go audience to play, and they want to be like, hey, this is like Pokemon Go. So, like, the Go audience is familiar with that. They're like, oh yeah, this is definitely how you catch Pokemon. Like, that's how they play, right? That's how they're used to it. Same with the candies, because there's candies in Go. Now I get it. They added the candies to Let's Go, too. So they're definitely thinking about that new gen. They're thinking about the generation of Pokemon trainers that are like mobile gamers that play like Champions Mobile and they only use Home on Mobile and all that other crap. Speaking of only using Home on Mobile, I'm curious because of the way that you bring Pokemon over. I don't remember if the Home app has the ability to move over, because I remember only seeing that, and maybe I didn't look hard enough, right? Pause. I only remember seeing the Champions Link option on the Switch application of Home, when you have your Switch version of Home. I do not remember seeing it on the mobile app, but again, I just really don't play the mobile app a lot, so I'm not surprised. Who's gonna make me catch Pokemon? If Pokemon has complete data of 50 species, yeah, I do not have that. The XP share. Yeah, we don't need that, bro. I do not have 50 types that I caught. Hell no. So there we have it. So we have mollywopped all the trainers. And I also used the move deleter already, so we have only the gym and the Safari Zone left to accomplish in Fuchsia City. So very, very nice. Let me get my power points back. And I'm going to swap into Kinetic. And then I'm going to whoop the gym's ass. So let's swap around. Kinetic in the front, and then definitely if I do swap, I'm gonna use Yami, Shion, or Roman. Leave Zemnis for now, because I need to maximize my experience. So here we go. Second gym that we're gonna be beating this stream, because I beat Sabrina immediately. So here we go. So Koga's gym is all weirded out because it's invisible walls, so you have to kind of maneuver. If you look closely, you can kind of see where to go. Like, if you look closely. Damn. Not very effective. Shit. My ass cheeks with that. Not very effective, and it deals that. It's a 90 attack. I get it, it's the same type, but bro, it's a 90 move, bro. That should be doing decent damage, but whatever. There we go. Hypno's just built different, I guess. Shit. Okay, Hypno. Yeah, Hypno is just literally built different. So he got mollywopped. So yeah, if you look very closely, you can see the walls have the white border around them. So you're forced to go in a counterclockwise, kind of weird, roundabout way. Okay, so Drowsy. So I'm gonna swap, because Kinetic is not gonna do good damage. I'll swap and use Xion, and use my other Pokemon to kind of meet the difference. Shit. Damn it. Yeah, that poison sucks. So again, as a constant reminder, the next Pokemon game that I will play, because I've been streaming pretty consistently after work this entire week, which is nice. Me and Queen Frosty had some good time to do it, so why not, right? We'll get some Pokemon in. Probably going to take a break before, like for the next Pokemon game. Like I'll play Birth by Sleep and some other shit, but I gotta make a new graphic for Heart Gold Soul Silver, test some stuff out, you know, because it's gonna be touchscreen too. So I gotta test a couple things out for that, make sure it looks pretty. I want to try to improve it each and every time, so you'll get a handmade graphic with the official art, because this is all the official art, my background and stuff. I just use the official Pokemon art, I mash it together with a little bit of some extra random shit. But I promise, I'm gonna make the next one look better, I promise. It's gonna keep evolving, and I'm gonna get better and better with my overlays. It just really does take time. It took me forever on Monday to switch up, like, PokeLink and shit. Use Roman, but let's see. Can't use the Slam. Slam misses like no other move. That 1/3 chance to miss is ridiculous, or roughly a third. Just such a horrible, horrible miss chance on that move. It's a horrible move. Alright, motherfucker, so let's see. We gotta keep going again in a weird counterclockwise motion. Yeah, I don't think I have antidotes, just full heals. Crap. One hyper potion left. Wow, that is wild. Oh man, they are just making sure you suffer. They want you to suffer horribly. And no matter, the Intimidate's only gonna cut my base attack, it's not gonna cut my special attack, motherfucker. Can't stop me there, yeah. Bye-bye. Now Kinetic can finally get his chance to shine. There you go. Probably gonna get his power points back since he's only got the 10 moves. Future Sight's great, it's just since it takes about 2 turns, I think, to hit. That leaves Kinetic wide open for a attack that he basically cannot survive because he doesn't really take good hits. Okay, so you know what? I'll wait until he takes another one because I have a revive. Yeah, so as long as you look very closely, at the sprites of where the border is, like, you can identify the border in this gym pretty easily. It's really not as bad as it looks. It's one of the easiest gyms next to the last gyms are actually easy in terms of the puzzles. Ooh, trick. Does that do something with the held item? Trade held items with the user. I don't need that particularly. It might help to give them stuff like a poison barb or random ass moves for competitive play, but I, in this playthrough, will probably not need it or use it. Most definitely. I know for a fact I am not going to need it or use it, so no problem. Yeah, so I believe this is the last trainer, right? Or there might be another. He said, what did I descend from? I descend from a line of G's. The first being me. That's where I come from. And he's about to learn it very quickly. Okay, so yeah, I don't really care about Yami's level at this point, because I do, there you go, good ass flinch. Don't really care about his level, I just want to get this gym taken care of. I can worry about the level when we get to Cinnabar. Yeah, fuck Hypno. Good flinch, too. Right? So yeah, we whooped the bum, so there is another trainer. So I could have fought him, but that's okay. We're just gonna take him down. Let me check the power points of my move. Okay, so I have 4 psychics left. Should be enough to beat him. Wahahaha! A mere child like you dares to challenge me? The very idea makes me shiver with mirth. Very well, I shall show you true terror as a ninja master. Poison brings steady doom, sleep renders foes helpless. Despair to the creeping horror of poison-type Pokemon. Alright. So here we go. 4 uses of Psychic left. If each one of these is successful, I should be okay to whoop his ass. So let's see. Level 37, easily beat. He's gonna take in Muck. Don't change. 39 Muck. Won't matter, because I have the weakness. Yeah, it's super effective. Nice. I'm molly-whopping him. Was his strongest Pokemon the level 39? No way. Because Sabrina had a level 43. So you would expect him to also have a level 40 Pokemon. There you go. He's got level 43 Easing. So it's the same level as Kinetic. Nice. With a critical hit at the end. Wow, Kinetic used all 4 power points to beat the ass. Good job to Kinetic. That was excellent. Easy, easy, easy. You have proven your worth. Here, take the soul badge. That's what I'm talking about. Now that you have the Soul Badge, the defense of your Pokemon rises. It also lets you use Surf outside of battle. Ah, take this too. Sealed within that TM lies Toxic. Dope. So yeah, now we're looking good. I got 2 gyms beat. We beat Koga and Sabrina. So there are only 2 more gyms left. We have 6 gym badges. So since I actually do have a bit of time left, it's like 2 hours and 10 minutes, let me see about going into the Safari Zone and getting the items I need to get, and then I will probably end it off there, because I'm not gonna be able to get through the entirety. Oh yeah, this is just a random Safari house. You want to go up to the top. Yeah, so you want to go all the way up here. Enter the Safari Zone. So would you like to play? Yeah, 500 Poké Dollars. So here it is, the Safari Zone. So you have a certain amount of steps. You can use the Max Repel. So here we go. Now I have to make it through the Safari Zone. So let's do it. Let's do this. So you have to go through the Safari Zone in order to make progress. I got a 4-star. Nice. Yeah, so you have to make progress. It's nice TM for Steel Wing. They like force you to go a certain distance because with the steps, like I'm already down to 300, they just want to make it as hard as possible to get the item, so you're forced to make as many steps to get there. So we got the gold teeth. Nice, so we did it. So this is what you need, the gold teeth, and then there's something else here that you need too. Ah, finally, you're the first person to reach the secret house. Although I made a campaign for a grand opening, I was getting worried that no one would win our campaign prize. Congratulations, you have won. We get HMO3 for doing that. HMO3 is Surf. Pokemon will be able to ferry you across the water using this. And this HM is disposable, so you can use it over and over. Yeah. So dope. Yeah, so even in that room it counts, so you could technically get called back and miss that, which sucks. So there we have it. We got the item, so I'm just gonna run around, or can I leave? Yeah, I don't think I can. Oh no, you can. Hit the retire. So I can exit right now, so yep. I'm good, so there we go. Now I have Surf, and I know where to use it at. So let me actually fly to Viridian City. Oh, that's right, I actually do need to give back the golden teeth. I always forget that. Let me go ahead and give back the golden teeth. That's how you get another item that you do need. You do actually need the item from the gold teeth. Almost forgot about that. Katsuya gave the gold teeth to the warden. Thanks, son. You're a real lifesaver. No one could understand a word that I said. Not a one. I was too ashamed to show my face around the office. Let me give you something for your trouble. Alright, we got HMO4, which we need. Alright, so we get Strength, which lets us move stuff, and then he reminds us, oh, did you get the secret house as well? Yeah, we did. So we have both of the HM moves. So let me go ahead and teach them to my Pokemon. So Steel Wing is good, and it may also raise the user's defense. It's a good Steel-type move. So I could use Steel Wing on Xemnas. Stronger than Metal Claw. So Aerial Ace is good because it can't be evaded. So I'll get rid of Aerial Ace for Steel Wing though, because that way I'll have the coverage of the movesets. Very important. Next, we're gonna do the HM moves. So we gotta do Surf, which we're gonna teach. Oh wow, Roman can also learn Surf, so I'll teach it to Roman. That way, Roman actually gets a good-ass move, and it gives him water coverage instead of Slam. So thank God we finally got rid of the atrocious Slam move. It's one of the worst moves ever. Then Strength, which Shion has to learn. Interesting. I'll probably get rid of Thunder Shock because it's only a 40 power move. So now we learn Surf, Strength, and Steel Wing. So we've got all our team completely set and ready to go. So let me go ahead and I'm going to use Fly to go like I was originally going to Viridian City. Let me heal my Pokemon, which I think I do still have to do. Nope, I'm good, I did it. So, now I am going to stop when we get to where we have to surf from, because the way you get to, been a while since you've been back here, right? The way that you get to Cinnabar is you have to go through Pallet Town. So this area right here that we're able to surf from, we gotta surf from this exact area to get to the next location. So for now, we're going at about 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I'm gonna stop right there, and I'll call it here. In the next part, I'm gonna get to Cinnabar. We're going to beat the Fire-type gym and probably beat the last gym as well. So we're gonna just do all that, get to the Elite Four, and we might finish the game in the next part. Who knows? But we'll see. Until then, God bless. Thank you to everybody that came live and also the people on demand that watched. Truly, truly appreciate it. As always, God bless and take care. Until next time.